Hey guys, and welcome back. My name is Mary Roses. I play video games. Today we're playing House of Petals, the demo. It looks pretty cool. Oh my god, it's very loud though. We're gonna just turn that down. Music is great. We're just full screen? Perfect. Perfect, we'd love to see it. Turn that down a little bit. Turn that down a little bit. Perfect. Written. Okay. They have a Kickstarter. I just saw this online because I was looking at new dating sims to try out, and this was one of them. Also, I wore red on red, and I'm regretting it. I don't think the hair and the shirt goes together. But anyways, let's get going. I don't know how long this is, but I'm stoked. This game contains unsettling themes and scenes that may cause distress to some players. It also features characters with morally questionable actions, as well as romantic content. Player discretion is advised. I'm sorry for everything I've done, and even for simply existing, but please remember this. Am I supposed to click? I will always be by your side, even when the trianthium's petals wither and turn to dust, even when our love is nothing but the broken pieces of our promises. Because no matter what happens, I will always belong to you. Hot. Day 1. I like everything so far. I'm really into this era of like history right now. It's pretty interesting. And also those flowers are so pretty. The bell sounds. Something buzzes faintly in the back of your skull, and your body is heavy, as if you're trying to move through syrup. Ugh. As the buzzing sound gradually fades, your vision clears and your instinct is to rub your temple to ease the heaviness. A bed? Where am I?
You finally awakened.
Oh, it's got voice acting. Let's go. Ah! Me and the boys when there's voice acting. Your heart almost bursts when you register a figure on the edge of the bed. They're beautiful too. There sits a young man, his hair long, his long hair softly cascading down his shoulders. You instinctively jolt upright, clutching the blanket tight against your chest to observe him. His calm demeanor holds no sign of danger, and a soft smile blooms on his face when your eyes meet, accentuating his ethereal beauty. Ethereal? I think it's ethereal. Don't tell him I'm stupid. The words tumble out of you before you can stop them. Who are you?
I'm Han, your husband.
I am a lucky bitch. Oh, too early. He states plainly and calmly as the smile retains, as if he expected your question. My husband? Your face suddenly gets hot from that notion. I'm sad. Yes, we have been married for a year and have lived here in the Lotus Pavilion together ever since. New clue available. The room tilts slightly in your vision upon hearing his words, and your forehead wrinkles from the pain. A sharp realization flashes. You have no memory whatsoever of who you are, your past, of anything. Panic sets in. Why don't I remember anything? Who am I? My name is going to be Rose. Don't mind me. Your name is Rose.
You accidentally fell down in the garden and hit your head.
The man says calmly, but a wisp of sadness passes over his expression. The doctor says your brain was affected and you will temporarily have trouble with remembering things and thinking clearly. New clue available. But don't worry. The doctor says you will recover soon if you're well taken care of.
I expected you to be out longer, but now since you've woken up and can talk to me like this, I feel so relieved.
You might even recover faster than expected. Let's try this. Do you remember who I am now? Oh, Han. Inquired. This is so cool. I love this. You are my husband, Han.
See? You're recovering already. And,
His eyes linger on you for just long enough for you to notice a small sparkle in his eyes.
hearing you call me husband makes me so happy.
Odd. You lower your gaze to the blanket, flustered, but not before stealing one more glance at his face. Is it strange to think he's beautiful, like a living work of art? So beautiful, in fact, that you still haven't quite grasped what it meant for him to be your husband. If someone asked you to describe your ideal type, it would be him. That makes sense, doesn't it? You are married, after all. And yet, despite the warmth blooming in your cheeks, you strangely feel calm in his presence.
I know it's so confusing. to suddenly not remember anything, but I promise you, I'll take good care of you.
Han reaches out to touch your hand. Let him touch my hand. We're here for it. For some reason, you let your husband touch your arm. The touch is cold at first, smooth, almost like porcelain, but warmth quickly blooms where your skin meets. Han looks pleased by the gesture.
I'm so grateful you trust me.
I love the lighting right there. That's beautiful. You could swear there's a glimmer of moisture in his eyes that makes your throat go dry. Nervous, you change the subject. When do you think I will recover enough to go outside? Outside? You might have imagined it, but his eyes seemed dark for a second, as if he didn't expect your question. Yeah, like outside the mansion? What do you mean? Well, isn't it going outside a benchmark for one's recovery? Oh, I see. The gentle smile comes back to his face. You will need more time to recover before doing that, but even when you gain full recovery, it's just... He hesitates.
Even before the accident, you didn't like going outside. You said you would rather spend all your time in our mansion.
I didn't like going outside. I mean, that's me right now. I'm not about it. Mm-mm. You desperately squeeze your brain, trying to dig up any memory of who you are, but find none. Disappointed, you let out a soft sigh. Seemingly noticing your grimace, Han offers a sympathetic smile. But don't worry, if you want to go outside, I will make sure you will recover fast enough to do so. Even though his words are comforting, something about the idea of going outside steers a strange curiosity, like a switch has been flipped in your mind. You will?
Of course I will. My priority is to make sure you're happy.
But for now, you should get some rest. Han stands up from the bed. Where are you going? I'm going to my art studio to finish up an order from Merchant Lee. He's coming in 4 days to pick it up. New clue available. Art studio? Yes, I'm an artist. I accept orders from all over the country. Calligraphy, painting, and my favorite, ceramic making. You're not sure why, but you blurt out the first thing that comes to your mind. You must be very talented. Without realizing that might sound like empty flattery, you bite your lips. I'm sorry, I don't know what your art looks like, but I just mean, I have a feeling that you are good at it. But instead of a wary expression you expect on Han's face, all you can see is a light shade of rose over his cheeks. You think so? That makes me very happy. I'm going now. If you need anything, just call me. He looks back before stepping out of the door. I hope you'll be easy on yourself walking around the house. The garden is slippery this time of the year when it rains often, and his eyes linger on you for a second.
Please don't come into the studio. There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Okay. Han softly closes the door. You sit on the bed. Your mind is still overwhelmed by all this information you were just fed while listening to his footsteps fade into the background. I have a husband. I lost my memory by falling. You mumble those facts quietly as if you're still trying to register them. It's logical for you to rest and accept those facts, as Han is your husband and he seems so caring, so perfect. But there's a voice in the deepest part of your brain, though weak, whispers out that you should be curious, that you should restore your memory. Maybe there's something in here that will give me a clue to my past. A vase. Let's go touch the vase. You pick up a beautiful ceramic vase next to the bed. Intricate blue trianthism design wraps around the smooth ceramic, so elegantly that, though abstract, one can still recognize the raw talent of the artist. This was probably made by Han, but now that I noticed, why do all the designs around this room have trianthism motifs? Aren't, God bless, trianthisms the flower commonly used for funerals? Am I dead? Am I a zombie? There's so many questions. Books of different sizes neatly stacked upon each other. You mumble the name of the books one by one. The Art of Flowers. Lanterns and Mist, a poem collection. These seem to be all art and poem books. A bound notebook with a new blue cover catches your attention. The Day-to-Day of Rose. It's my diary. You hastily flip through the pages, desperately scanning for anything special. There are not a lot of entries, just like my real diary, it's just how it is. Just mundane day-to-day descriptions of what you did. Not much personal opinion or commentaries until your eyes fall on an entry. I told Han that my favorite flower was the chrysanthemum, and today he surprised me with a garden full of them in our backyard, planted in secret, all by himself. For that, I thank the gods for blessing me with such a loving husband. Your heart feels warm upon reading. Han truly is a great husband, isn't he? As you flip through the pages again, something falls out of the back of the book. A letter! To my esteemed friends and respected acquaintances, with heavy hearts, I write to you inform you of the passing of my beloved parents, who departed from this world peacefully on the same day. I humbly invite you to attend the funeral rites, to be held on the 1st day of July, to honor their memory and pay final respects. Your presence would bring comfort to my grieving heart. With sincerity, Rose. My parents? Are they dead? You feel a sharp ache throbbing in your chest. Though you don't know them, or more accurately, have no memory of them, the thought of your parents no longer being alive is almost too painful to bear. It's as if your body still remembers the grief your mind has forgotten. You sit there in a daze, lost in those thoughts and feelings, until something starts to tug at the edge of your awareness. Both the letter and the notebook, though the characters are legible, share a certain unevenness, a slight lack of precision. It's subtle but unmistakable. As if the person who wrote them, you, was left-handed. You look down at your hands. But I feel like I'm right-handed. Strange. New clue available. You're right-handed, baby. You take a closer look at the artwork lining the walls. Paintings and calligraphy scrolls of various sizes are carefully arranged, each adorned with elegant decorative touches. Most of them feature chrysanthemums at the central motif. But wait. Tucked into the dark corner of a striking red scroll, you notice something unusual. Tiny markings that don't resemble poetry at all. These are numbers. You remember the digits aloud, try to piece together as you read. 90, 65, 11, 47, 29, 18, 74, 83, 18, 92, 29, 18, 47, 74, 65, 29. Okay, so... But these numbers make no sense to you at all. Interesting. Suddenly, an overwhelming pain bursts your skull. Ow! The ground spins as you clutch the edge of the desk to stabilize yourself. Your mind is empty from the intense pain. Footsteps rushing into the room. Rose! You fall down, but Han catches you. Catches you. He gently guides you to the bed and sits you down. Han.
It's okay. I'm here.
My head and my heart hurt so much. You press the back of your hand to your temple, hoping the coolness will lessen the ache. Wait here, I'll be right back. Han comes back with a bowl of liquid in his hand. Faint herbal scent from it floats through the air. Is he gonna kill me? The doctor told me to give you this medicine whenever you have a headache. It will help. Headache medicine? Yes, based on the prescription. I bought the ingredients and prepared it myself. I want to make sure that you have the best care.
You should take it before it's cold.
You hesitate, eyes fixed on the bowl. Smoke still rises steadily from it, curling into the air and clouding the space around it, much like the way your thoughts fog your mind. Pushing the ache aside, you give in to your curiosity, drawn to the clue you've just uncovered. Medicine? Number? Handwrite, I guess? The writing on the desk, there's something wrong with it. What are you talking about? Han's face remains calm, too calm. His soft smile still blooms gently, like it always does, unchanging, serene. And for the first time, it makes your skin crawl. That smile, why does it feel so out of place now? The headache presses deeper, like a vice tightening against your skull. Ugh. Makes it harder to think, harder to stay grounded. They were written by someone left-handed, but look at me, I'm right-handed. You lift your hand instinctively, almost as to prove it to yourself. The pen felt natural in your right hand. You were left-handed before the accident, perhaps the damage caused. That's not true. You snap, cutting him off before he can finish. You don't even realize how loud your voice has gotten. The words just burst out raw and sharp. No accident can change someone's natural writing habit. Now, not like that. Not something so deeply ingrained. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't know a darn thing. You rise from your seat. Your movement suddenly... Your breathing's shallow. You can feel your heartbeat thudding in your ears. I don't know why you're lying to me. I don't feel okay here. I'm going outside. Wait, please calm down. You need to take your medicine first. No, I won't. You don't even hesitate this time. Your arm lashes out and knocks the bowl from his hands. It crashes to the floor with a sound that seems to echo too long. Ceramic shatters into countless shards, and the dark liquid spills out in slow, deliberate rivulets across the wooden platform, seeping into the grain like something rotten. Han doesn't move. He only stares at the mess, then at you. His voice trembles. Please, you need to take your medicine. He sounds desperate, but only makes you more uneasy. A part of you still wants to trust him, but another part, buried deep and trembling, is screaming to run. I need to get out of here. You clutch the edge of the doorway for support. The world feels off balance, like the room itself is suddenly tilting. But you grate your teeth and push past him, determined to reach the door. But just as your foot crosses the threshold, a bolt of pain explodes through your skull. Your knees buckle. You hit the floor hard, the breath knocked out of your lungs. Your limbs twist uselessly beneath you, spasms overtaking your body. You can't breathe, you can't think. All you can do is gasp, your chest convulsing as though your body's trying to remember how to live. Your vision blurs, the room spins, and through the haze you see them, the shattered pieces of the bowls, shattered like... Let's do it together. Chrysanthemum petals on the floor. Above them, Han stands motionless. You need to take your medicine. His eyes glossy and tears streaming down his face, but he doesn't come closer. See the agony carved into his delicate features. And then, everything goes dark. You fade into the void of oblivion. Is that bad end? What was once shaped with care now lies. Oopsie. Oops, wait. Dang it. I want to read the last bit. Okay. We're going to sit with this. What was once shaped with care now lies, scattered, too broken to mend. Game over. Okay. We could have saved, but what fun is that? Woo!
You finally awakened.
Who are you?
I'm Han, your husband.
Oh. I like the music. It makes me stressed out a little bit.
I
Woo!
expected you to be out longer, but now since I know it's so confusing. Please don't come into the studio. There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces. Now, you should take it before it's cold.
Medicine, right? Oh, okay. My parents, obviously. Can you tell me about my parents? Your parents? A trace of uneasiness grazes Han's face. I saw a letter about their funeral.
I see. It'd be natural for one to be curious about their own parents.
I am suspicious. Han gazes at an unseen point in the room, his lips pressed into a quick, almost sad smile before speaking. They both passed away from getting a contagious lung infection very soon after I moved to the Lotus Pavilion. You moved to the mansion? Does that mean it's not your family's? No. This mansion is your family's. I was merely a poor son-in-law who had nothing in his name but his artistic talent and his love for their daughter. Bombastic. Okay, we're gonna say it right here. Shh. Han brings his gaze back to you, and in them burns something fierce, something between tenderness and desperation. You gaze downward. Living with one's wife's parents is not a norm, and is usually looked down upon in our society. I know what you think. It might not be the most socially acceptable position for me to be in. But your parents treated me with nothing but kindness, and I viewed them as my own parents.
My past. Us both were devastated.
But Han smiles again. The spark in his eye is persistent.
That's why we were so close. We only have each other. You and me. Us. Here.
Now that you know about your parents, would you take the medicine? He picks up the bowl from the desk and stirs the liquid with a ceramic spoon. You quickly notice there are chiranthantensium motifs even on the spoon. Right, the headache.
Go on. I wouldn't want you to suffer pain.
You obediently nod. I'm thinking of that, like, what is it? Is a scary movie where he's like, run, bitch, run. Right now, that's what I'm feeling. Han brings the spoon up to your lips. The warm liquid fills your mouth. It runs down your throat. Your tongue involuntarily savors the bitter taste with a hint of sweetness. And he was right. The medicine quickly replaces the throbbing in your forehead with a feeling of ease. I hope you feel better now. It's getting late. You should go to sleep. Go to sleep. You glance down at the mattress, and the realization hits you. You two are husband and wife. Don't husband and wife share the same beds? Your face flushes with heat. The bed, Oh, that. Han's face also flushes with a rosy shade, but he quickly smiles and waves his hand. Don't worry about me. You and I shared a bed, but for your comfort, the bed is yours for now. I will sleep in the studio. You will? Is that all right?
Of course. I promise to make you feel as comfortable as I can. Right?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Of course. Anything for my wife.
Call me his wife. Oh, gets me. That's my other favorite nickname. Random person on the street call me their wife? Hell yeah. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Being someone's wife? Hell yeah. Okay. My partner asking me to marry him? Hell yeah.
I know. See you in the morning. All right?
All right. After Han leaves, you spread out on the mattress, letting sleep take over you. The smell of herbal medicine still gently weaves through the room. That scared me. Your peaceful sleep is disturbed by a faint creak. What's that noise? You blink awake, heart ticking a little faster. Another sound follows, a soft groan of wood. The door, it's being opened. Slowly, just a crack. I'm afraid. Chat, hold my hand. Can we hold hands? Is that okay? You stay still, listening. The darkness stretches thick across the room, and you can't see past the door frame, but you feel it, that prickling weight of being watched. Something is there, just beyond the thresholds. You hold your breath, trying to hear more, but there's nothing. No footsteps, no whisper, just silence. Maybe I'm imagining it. It's nothing. Turn onto your side, pull the blanket up to your chin. The room is cold now. Your body is tense, but you squeeze your eyes shut and try to let it all fade. You force yourself back to sleep, even when that feeling lingers, heavy and quiet in the dark. That's good. That's a good place to end, I feel. Day 2? What do you mean? Your eyes gradually open from the sun's rays filter through the window. Your mind and body are slightly exhausted from a restless night.
Good morning, my darling.
Han's face above the bed startles you. How long have you been here? Han gestures his head towards the tray of food on the desk. I came in to bring your breakfast, but you were still asleep. I didn't want to wake you up.
But I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy looking at you sleeping so peacefully.
Heat rushes to your cheeks. He was watching me sleep? Now would you eat your breakfast? I made it just for you. Thank you. As you watch Han reaching for the hot steamed bun, you suddenly remember what happened last night. Hey, I couldn't sleep much last night. Something strange happened. What strange thing? The door opened in the middle of the night. I was sleeping and suddenly heard someone open the door. Han, still peeling the paper from underneath the steamed bun, smiles at you nonchalantly.
Don't worry about that. It was probably Anne, our servant.
We have a servant? This information feels like a shock to you, as you assumed it was just you and Han living here. Yes, An was a servant for your parents, now he's still living with us. But why was he here? He tends to go around and cleans hallways at night. Perhaps he accidentally opened your door. I asked him so many times to be careful with the doors that he still didn't listen. A hint of annoyance passes Han's face, but it quickly replaced by his returned joyfulness. But don't worry, I'll tell him again. No one should disturb my beautiful wife's sleep. Now eat. He hands you the steamed bun, and you take a bite. There is something chalky about the texture of the bun, but you are still able to force it down. There is no need to be rude about such a thoughtful gesture from him, cooking for you and taking care of you.
Since you finished eating, would you like to go to the garden with me?
The garden? Yes, fresh air is important for your recovery. Besides, it has always been your favorite place in the mansion. He gives you a playful wink.
Think about it as a date.
Aw, a date? Of course, no pressure though. You can decide if you want to go on a date with me or go around the mansion on your own if you wish. Ooh, let's go. Secret. Okay. You peek through the window. The sun is shining. Birds chirp lazily from the garden walls. It's the kind of weather that seems to nudge you gently outside. Besides, your gaze falls on Han again. The joy in his eyes makes him almost resemble a puppy, and it would feel like a shame to turn down someone who's been so nice to you. Let's go. Dude, the art in this is beautiful. Han guides you through the hallway towards the entrance from the lobby. As you walk, your mind quietly tries to absorb your surroundings, the layout of the mansion, the way the corridors twist and connect. Though your memory isn't accessible at the moment, something about it all feels terribly familiar, as if your body knows, even if your mind doesn't, that yes, you do live here, in the Lotus Pavilion. Speaking of which, why is it called the Lotus Pavilion, Han? You turn to him, asking just as you step into the garden. All I've seen around the house are chrysanthemum decoration. Chrysanthemums. Nope. Oh, that? Well, before your parents passed, they used to decorate the place with lotuses. I heard your mother especially loved them, but Han hesitates, his eyes shift towards you, suddenly your reaction. After they passed, I personally asked the servants to change everything because you like chrysanthemums. Just because of me? Isn't that a little disrespectful to the previous owners? To your parents? He gives a small shake of his head. No, I don't think so. If your parents were alive, I'm sure they would have approved in a heartbeat, but because, he turns to you fully now, his hair catches the sunlight, strands glowing like gold. Isn't that proof that I love their daughter very, very much? His eyes meet yours, bright and unwavering. Your throat tightens into a small knot. You're not sure how to respond. And yet, your chest flutters. Something in you recognizes the sincerity in his eyes, whether you want to or not. Thank you. You almost blush at his words, your gaze dropping, unable to hold his overwhelmingly loving eyes for too long. You're sure that whatever you and Han once had must have been something wonderful, judging by how tenderly he's been caring for you. And yet, your chest aches with the quiet truth that, for now, all you can offer him is gratitude. Your memories are still lost, and everything else remains out of reach. Sensing you're at ease, Han smiles softly. Please don't feel bad. You know I'm not impatient for your memories to return. I'd cherish you no matter who you became, as long as you'll let me. Now don't make such a frowny face. We're here to enjoy the weather, aren't we? He gestures towards the tray of tea already sat on the table, inviting. Steam curls into the air, and its scent mingles with the scent of fresh grass. You both sit down at the bamboo table, and Han reaches for the teapot. With practiced grace, he tilts it towards your lips with one hand while the other gently holds his sleeve back to keep it from getting in the way. You quietly watch him, momentarily dazed by how skillful he moves, like the tea itself is just another expression of his artistry, no different from the ceramics scattered beautifully throughout the house. The serene scene calms you, but before long, curiosity crashes into your thoughts like waves against a still shore. Han, would you tell me more about yourself? I want to get to know you. Me? There's nothing interesting about me, really. He says it casually, still focused on pouring the tea, not meeting your gaze. That's not true. You're clearly a talented artist. You must have interesting stories. I'm so happy you think so, that you think I'm a good artist. His eyes curve into their thin crescents, and his smile stretches from ear to ear. Yet you can still detect a faint trace of unease in his face, though he quickly smooths that out. What do you want to know? How did we meet? Your question seems to catch him off guard. His eyes widen for just a second before his usual smile returns. Well, let's see. He pauses, as if dusting off an old memory. There was a time in my youth when I went through a rough patch. I didn't want to do anything but drink and lock myself away, making art. One day, while wandering the streets completely drunk, I stumbled into a path of a carriage, got hit hard, and passed out right there and then. His gaze shifts towards you, soft but intense. When I opened my eyes, there she was, a young maiden leaning over me, calling me, trying to wake me. She had the most beautiful face I had ever seen, and the most angelic voice. I thought I'd die and met a goddess. And when she saw me waking up, she smiled. That moment changed everything. I promised myself that no matter the cost, no matter what it took, I would make her my wife. You feel your breath catch. And the maiden was? That was you, darling. You can't remember it, not a flash of it surfaced in your mind. But the way he says it, tender, reverent, sends something fluttering in your chest, as if your body remembers what your mind has forgotten. Han takes a calm sip of tea and lets out a quiet sigh.
Sorry if that felt heavy. I don't really like talking about the past, unless it's a memory we share.
It's all right. I appreciate you telling me. His story lingers in your chest like a warm ember. It makes you feel lighter somehow, closer to him. This is what you know about Han so far. He's your husband. He's gentle and attentive, a talented artist with a tragic, human past that shaped him into someone sincere and kind. All of it makes you feel more at ease in his care.
But we're not here just to talk about the past, are we? Our mind is still recovering. We should be doing things to relax it, like this.
He crouches and plucks a small cluster of daisy flowers from the garden path.
Do you know how to make a flower hairpin?
Maybe not.
Here.
With delicate fingers, he begins weaving the petals and stems together like a pin-like shape. Wow, that's beautiful. You really are crafty. You're genuinely impressed, and the way he shapes the tiny blossoms into something so graceful feels effortlessly natural.
Now, your turn.
You press your lips together, focus intently as you try to mimic the way his fingers moved. But your own flower pin ends up with a bit uneven, a little lopsided and clumsy. I'm so sorry, this isn't really my forte. But instead of disappointment, Han beams at you.
It's perfect. Come on, put it in my hair.
He gestures to his ear expectantly. No, it's so ugly. It's not worthy of your beautiful hair.
Don't say that. I'm not worthy of any gift my beloved wife makes for me. Now come on, put it on.
You hesitate, reaching out towards his soft, silky hair with careful fingers, afraid to mess it up. But as soon as the crooked flower pin brushes against him, Han's eyes lift to yours. You freeze. Then he speaks, voice quiet.
Can you touch me with your hand?
My pardon? Your hand still hovers in the air, suspended, but the look in his eyes, soft, longing, almost desperate, pins you in place.
I really miss your touch.
Of course I'll touch you. His request, though sudden, carries a strange magnetic pull. You wonder, would it really hurt to touch him just once with your bare hand? Okay. Dang. You reach for his cheek, and he leans into your touch obediently, as if he's been waiting for this moment forever. The instant your skin meets his, a shiver courses through your body. A fluttering sensation shoots up your arm, spreading down your spine, a rush caught between warmth and cold, making your heart pound uncontrollably. The golden rays of summer seem to linger on his face, and for a moment, time itself feels suspended. Han speaks, his voice barely above a whisper.
Thank you. I needed this so much.
He leans in further, pressing his cheek into your palm, as if trying to absorb your warmth into his very being.
I wish time would stop right here. I didn't have to return to the studio.
He gently nudges against your hand once last time, then places a soft kiss on your palm before slowly letting go. I need to finish my work, but thank you, truly, for spending time with me today. Feel free to wander around the mansion. Just be careful your body is still weak. I'll bring you some medicine later. All right. With that, Han's footsteps fade into the background. You finish your tea and decide to walk around the garden. Curious about the lotus pond, you step closer to its edge. So there are still some lotuses left in the mansion after all. The vibrant pink blooms sway on the water, the colors glowing under the sun. You become lost in the sight until a sudden creak breaks the quiet. From across the pond, something stirs. Your eyes snap towards it. Something small, blue and white, moving. Is that a doll? It scurries, jerky, almost unnatural, ducking behind the thick reeds before you can get a better look. You instinctively move around the pond, trying to follow, heart racing. Wait! But by the time you reach the other side, it's gone. Nothing remains except the rustling of bushes where it vanished. You push aside the leaves, searching, but there's no trace, as if it were never there. Panting, you look down at your hand. There's a smudge on your palm, dark, damp, almost like mud? No, it's not just mud, it's thicker, grainier, clay. I must have touched the ground at some point. So what, is he a clay boyfriend? Is he dead? Should you wash it off or continue to walk around? Let's keep going. I didn't save. Shit. Still bothered by the doll you saw, let your feet wander into the mansion until you find the living room. Here, a foyer connects the spaces with neatly arranged decorations. You stand carefully observing the surroundings. A bucket of muddy water on the desk. How strange. On the wall, beautiful scrolls made with expensive-looking silk cover the wall. Scenery and flower motifs painted on them. You notice a signature at the bottom of the corner of each. Your name! Did I make these paintings? They are beautiful. Yet something doesn't feel right. The signatures, the poems written on them are neat and even, definitely of someone who is right-handed. Left-handed people cannot be even and neat, apparently. Most of my friends are left-handed, and I feel like that is not true, but I don't know. Maybe it's because if you're left-handed, you write this way, right? Oh, wait, no. I'm trying to think, sorry, because I know Japanese. Wait, is this even Japanese? I don't even know. Well, now I just look like an idiot. But I'm trying to think of, like, sometimes they go down. So maybe it's down, and then since you're going this way, and since if you're left-handed, you go that way, you'd smudge it, right? I don't know. You look down at your hands again. You're definitely right-handed, which means that you might actually be the creator of these paintings. While you're bothered by that thought, pain erupts on the inside of your skull. Ugh! You distinctively place your palm on your temple. The throbbing pain and dizziness threaten to drown you, and you lose balance, bracing yourself for the fall. Strong arms catch you just before you hit the ground. Darling, are you okay? Hon, where did he come from? Your headache. It's time to drink your medicine. He lets you go gently and retrieves a small porcelain bowl from the nearby stone table. The dark herbal liquid swirls slowly inside. Here, take this before your fever gets worse. Looking at the medicine, questions swirl in your mind again. The doll? Yeah. Inquire. I don't understand what you're talking about. Okay. My handwriting. The writing on the desk, there's something wrong with it. What are you talking about? Han's face remains calm, too calm. His soft smile still blooms gently, like it always does, unchanged, serene. Headache presses deeper, like a vice tugging against your skull. It makes you harder to think, harder to stay grounded. You lift your hand instinctively, almost to prove it yourself. You were left-handed before the accident. Perhaps the damage caused... That's not true! You snap, cutting him off. I think I've already seen this. No accident gives you someone's hand worriedly looked. Please take the medicine first so we can talk. But your body aches. Something deeper. Your creeping dread. No, I won't take it. I don't trust you. He flinches, frozen face, staring at the shattered porcelain. Then... Ooh, this is different. A sharp, blinding pain erupts in your throat, as if it has swollen shut all at once. You gasp, but no air comes. Your eyes widen in panic as you claw weakly at your neck. The world blurs. Your knees buckle beneath you. Wait, Rose. You collapse. Han catches you before you hit the stone, but your limbs are already limp. Your head lolls against his chest, eyes staring blankly past him. No, 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 no! He lowers you to the ground, his hands trembling as he cradles your face. Your lips move slightly, trying to form words, but your throat is completely closed. All that comes out is faint, wet rasp. Your vision is fading fast now, dark at the edges. Rose? Rose, no, please, don't do this. His voice breaks into a sob. He presses his forehead against yours, shaking. You were supposed to be safe here. You're supposed to let me protect you. He pulls you into his arms, rocking you back and forth in the cold floor, his tears falling fast and silent onto your lifeless body. Around him, the spilled medicine spreads into a quick, dark stain. Now gold can fill these cracks. No love can undo this fate. Game over. All right, let's one more time. We're just gonna...
I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy looking at you. Think about it as
Sorry, I have to skip because I'm stupid. To the garden. Thank you. How do we meet? I'm not trying to change up anything too much. Touch him.
I wish
Skip.
time would stop right here. I didn't have to return to the studio.
Bathroom. How unruly. I'm bothered by getting dirty all over me. You notice buckets of clean water readily prepared in the corner of the bathroom. Han must have prepared this for me. After filling the tub, you take off your clothes and submerge yourself in the water. The coolness envelops you, easing the summer heat and the tension in your shoulders. You relax. In a corner of your eye, you notice a shovel hanging on the wall. Strange, why is there a shovel here? You shrug. Who knows? It would be too much to have things super organized all the time. You start scrubbing the clay off your skin with a loofah made from a dried squash. But no matter what you do, the clay does not disappear. Am I not real? What the hell? Scrub harder, panicking. Get off me! You're determined to scrub even harder until the loofah scratches you and then scrapes you. Blood starts to flow from the cuts on your skin, yet you don't feel any pain at all. You feel your head heat up, panic rising in your throat. Why am I drowning? Crimson liquid begins to seep into the water, but for some strange reason, that only makes you panic and scrub even harder. You get the dirt off your skin, and quicker than you know, the tub is filled with red. You jolt awake, gasping for air. The water around you is still clear. It seems like you were dreaming. You blink rapidly, heart pounding. The clay on your skin, gone. No blood, no dirt, just your bare, clean skin. Was that a nightmare? You sigh deeply, pressing a hand to your chest to steady your breath. Slowly you rise from the tub and reach for the towel. The fabric brushes softly against your skin as you dry yourself off, your fingers still trembling from the lingering panic. As you move to grab your robe, something on the wall catches your attention. Beautifully painted scrolls line the tiled wall. Their silk fabric smooth, rich with color, detailed scenes of mountains, gardens in bloom, birds in flight, and elegant deer. You step closer, eyes drawn to the bottom corner of each scroll. Is a name. Your name? Oh my god, I'm a painter. Can you believe that? I'm a beautiful painter. Would you forever lose the vision of yourself from before the accident? As you enter the bedroom, a familiar figure has been waiting for you. Han, what are you doing here? I'm here to bring your medicine. Han raises the bowl of medicine in his hand. You cast a slow gaze towards the window, where the sun rays have been wandering to glowly red sunsets. I guess it's time already. Han slowly approaches you. How was your day? Did you have fun exploring? Fun? Sure. Your mind drifts to the events earlier today. It was a strange day at the least. You become even more confused. What's wrong? You look unwell. Well, it's just... You really want to ask Han... About the medicine? Was I an artist, Han? You blurt out, determined to learn about your past. A hint of uneasiness passes Han's face. Why do you ask? The painting on the wall. They are so beautiful. If I were the one who made them, I'd love to know that. I see. Yes, of course, you were a talented painter. Han smiles. I adored your art so much. You expected a longer answer from him, but that seems to be the end of his comment. Why didn't you mention it before? Well, I thought I shouldn't overwhelm you with too much information and let your memory naturally recover to not cause you a headache. Right. Speaking of which, it's time to take your medicine. He brings the ceramic bowl up and blows on the steam coming out of it. Your headache will get worse if you don't drink it before it cools. You glue your gaze to the medicine bowl. Though your mind is still bothered by Han's vague answers, it still has so many more questions, you want to believe that he's right. Dwelling too much into the past will cause nothing but stress and anxiety. You nod and accept his bowl and drink it. The bitter liquid runs down your throat, the scent of herbs gradually absorbed by your senses. A flowy, comfortable feeling spreads through your body, easing the tension you just had in your forehead. Han gently takes the bowl from you. You did a good job, darling. He smiles. Now, why don't you get some rest? We could spend more time together tomorrow. I have some work I need to take care of tonight. The moment Han leaves the room, you flop onto the mattress, letting the coolness of the blanket devour your whole body. Your mind runs wild with several questions and suspicions. Memories that don't align. Paintings that feel both yours and not yours, and the ever-present bitterness of medicine. Thoughts churn restlessly until they tangle and blur, tugging at you with quiet whispers. Your mind, still tangled in doubt, finally exhausts itself and slips into a nice, mellow sleep. I'm so lost. I can't wait to play the full game because I want to know what's happening. In the stillness of the night, a faint sound stirs from your sleep. Your eyes blink open, adjusting to the darkness. Creak! The door to your room groans as it slowly begins to open. Who's there? From where you lay, you can just make out a sliver of movement. Oh, it's a little doll. A small shadow casts across the wooden floor, stretching closer. Your breath catches. It's the ceramic doll, the same one you saw in the garden. You start to push yourself up, heart thudding. But the moment your eyes meet its hollow gaze, it begins to tremble. With a violent shudder, the doll splinters apart, exploding into hundreds of jagged clay fragments that scatter across the floor like broken teeth. You freeze, chest tightening, pulse racing. What should you do? Ah, shit. Didn't save. Well, we should trust him, right? We'll call for him. Your voice trembles as you cry out, Han, help! The room remains still for a breathless moment, then urgent footsteps approach. What's wrong? What happened? You point a shaky figure towards the doorway. There was something. I saw it, the doll! Han's gaze sweeps across the floor. Then slowly he steps closer, crouching to examine where you point to. There's nothing here. His voice is calm. What? There are broken pieces all... Oh, wait. You look... But all the broken pieces are gone! What the fuck? The floor is spotless, untouched, its dark wood glowing under the soft light of the lantern outside. I swear I just saw it. Are you sure it wasn't just a dream? No, I was awake. I saw it. The doll from the garden. It was standing right there. Han rises, walking to your side. You must be under a lot of stress. The medicine might not be strong enough to keep the headaches and the visions away. I'm not hallucinating. Let's not jump to conclusions tonight. You had a long day. I'll have this door fixed tomorrow. But please, get some rest. His voice is low now, but firm. He turns to the door. Still catching your breath, you murmur softly. Han, I'm scared. Will you stay with me tonight? Han turns back. Stay with you? You didn't realize how your question might have sounded to Han until you noticed his eyes widening and his cheeks slightly blushing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. His cheeks also turn red from embarrassment. I'm just scared. For the last 2 nights, I keep waking up in the middle of the night. I don't feel safe. It's okay if you sleep on the bed, and I sleep on the mattress on the floor. You stammer, your throat feels dry, and your mind silently curses itself from ever having said such a thing. But Han seems to be amused by your embarrassment. He smiles softly.
It's all right. You don't have to explain yourself, darling.
He takes a quick glance at the door before looking back at you. I have a lot of work in the studio, but how can I turn down staying with my wife? He chuckles.
And what kind of husband would I be if I let my wife sleep on the floor?
Han locks your eyes with an intense gaze. Under the flickering lights of the lantern, it's too much to bear.
Of course, I'll do anything to make you feel comfortable. So what do you say about our sleeping arrangement?
Requires full expansion DLC. What do you mean I can't pick that one? What do you mean? You can sleep on the bed. Oh? His eyes light up. But with one condition. Can you stay on that side and I stay on this side? Of course. However you want. He winks. I'm very good at following instructions. You climb onto the bed and pull the blanket over yourself, careful and quiet, as if making too much noise will change your mind. Mattress shifts, not a lot, just enough to remind you that you're not alone. Han settles beside you, keeping to his side like you asked, his movements unhurried. You inch away. Anyway, small scoot, then another. You rack closest to the wall, the blanket tucked tight under your hands. Han doesn't reach for you. He doesn't need to. His presence fills the space between you like warmth you don't know what to do with. Why are you so tense? His voice is low, gentle. Are you uncomfortable? No, it's just, You swallow. It's hard when I don't remember anything. One moment I wake up and someone tells me he's my husband, and now he's here. You You stare at the ceiling, as if it might give you instructions. I just don't know how I'm supposed to act. For a second, Han says nothing. Then the bed dips slightly, like he turned his head to look at you. It's only natural to be nervous. What can I do to make you feel better? I don't know. Quiet spark lights his voice. I know. You feel him shift just a little, settling in. How about I tell you a bedtime story? A bedtime story? Yes. There's a soft smile in his words. When I first moved here, I was so nervous I couldn't sleep, so he used to tell me stories to help me. Your grip on the blanket tightens. I did? His gaze meets yours in the dim light. Even in the near dark, his golden eyes still gleam. What kind of stories did you like? Well, many. But my favorite is a story called Who Murdered My Empress? What is it about? It takes place in the far future. His voice lowers. A girl wakes up in a kingdom 200 years in the past, lost in time. Yes. He glances at you as if checking whether you're still listening. And in that place she becomes an empress. An empress? With 4 consorts. The corner of his mouth lifts, faintly amused. 4 husbands sworn to her. That sounds complicated. It is. His gaze lingers a second too long. Because one of them kills her. A murder mystery? But it's not just about the murderer. Bed shifts softly as he adjusts, still on his side, still respecting the boundary, yet somehow closer than before. It's about politics. It's about love, obsession. His voice turns quieter. And betrayal. He pauses. The silence after his words feel warm against your skin. Why does it feel like he's not talking about the story anymore? Time travel just sounds too out of this world. It's too unbelievable. That's fair. For me, the most unbelievable part would be... You glance towards him without meaning to. He's still on his side, still keeping the distance you asked for, and yet his presence is all you can feel. Empress or not. His eyes lift to yours, slow and deliberate. I would never tolerate being with other men sharing my wife like that. Your breath catches. His words shouldn't feel like they were meant for you, but they do. Han pins you with a gaze that's soft, almost loving, yet intense enough to make your skin prickle. I'd only want you for myself. His voice drops, velvet smooth. Because I'm selfish like that. Han, so selfish. He smiles faintly, like he knows he's being frightening and doesn't quite regret it. That the thought of you looking at another man would feel like a dagger to my heart. Blanket shifts as your fingers tighten around it. You try to laugh, but it comes out thin. You're joking? Han doesn't laugh back. He watches you, unblinking. No. Another small shift. He moves again, careful, as if he doesn't want to startle you. The space between you narrows until you can feel his warmth through the air. Not touching, not yet, but close enough that you can't pretend you're alone in the bed anymore. You said there's no pressure. There isn't. His voice is gentle. I would never force you. His hand lifts slightly, hovering near the blanket between you. But tell me. His fingers brush the fabric, barely a whisper of contact. My heart is too loud. Have you had your memories? He tilts his head, gaze dipping to your mouth for the briefest moment before returning to your eyes. Would you still choose to stay on your side? Your throat tightens. You don't know the right answer. We're gonna save. You don't know what's safe, but your body betrays you first, your breath catching, your fingers loosening just a little on the blanket. Han notices. Of course he does. His smile is small, satisfied, almost unbearably fond. May I come closer? The question is quiet and polite, but it lands like a seal being pressed into hot clay. Your lips part and no sound comes out. Han's hand slides forward again, not to grab you, not to trap you, only to find your fingers. He touches the back of your hand with the gentlest of pressure, and your skin lines up where he's made contact, like it's been waiting for it. I should pull away. You don't. Han's thumb strokes once, slow and careful, as if testing whether you'll flinch. You're trembling. I'm not. You are. He leans in, close enough that you can feel his breath now, soft against your knuckles. Say the word and I'll stop. His eyes burn with something that feels like devotion and hunger braided together. But if you don't... His mouth hovers just above your hand, just above the place he's holding you like something precious. Then let me be selfish. His lips almost touch your skin. Almost. And then the candlelight flickers, throwing his shadow across your body like a curtain falling. Hun! This is the end of the demo. Oh! They know how to get me. Oh, I'm dead. This is the end of the demo. Please kindly and patiently wait for the next update. No! Okay, so they have a Kickstarter. It's about to end. I think it ends at the end of this month. So definitely go check it out. Support them, please. This was so good. Launches in February. Yeah, it should be till March 22nd, 26th. I can't read. Please give them some love. I'll hopefully help a little bit with this video. Not a lot, because not many people watch my videos, but nonetheless, I believe in this project, and I will try to back it myself. I don't have any money, but I'll try to figure that out. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. That was awesome. I hope to see the full game soon. Love the voice acting. Love it always. And just remember, if you're trapped in a mansion with a hot man, maybe you should kiss him. I don't know. All right. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.